So today, I'm chilling. I'm filming Elden Ring for the channel. I'm trying to get some content for you guys. And tell me why, in my Discord, Odd Mew pulls up and says, have you guys seen the new Pokemon Direct? I didn't even know that there was a Pokemon Direct today. So I'm like, what? There's a Pokemon Direct? And he's like, yeah, you should definitely go watch it. He posted the link. Shout out to you, Odd Mew. I appreciate you, bro. And I go ahead and check it out. I'm sitting there underwhelmed for the most part. I'm just seeing that there's an update for Pokemon Go, and then there's like an update for a couple other titles. Pokemon Legends Arceus is getting like a freaking a DLC for more battles and things of that nature. We're supposed to be also getting like a new little story where there's like alpha Pokemon that are like starting to pop up again once again after you've beaten the game or something along those lines. So I'm like, all right, pretty cool stuff for the most part. But then he leaves a message and he says, make sure you watch till the end. I did exactly that, because when he said that, I knew it had to be serious. I watched to the end, and sure enough, lo and behold, we get Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet announced. And honestly, the first things that I saw here were that this game is open world. It's definitely going to be open world. It's giving me the vibes of Pokemon Legends Arceus all over again. And that's a good thing. I'm actually excited about that. Another thing that I noticed is that I saw the room where you start off normally in Pokemon games is the room from the data mines that happen in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There were data mines that happened where the hackers or the data miners or whatever you want to call them discovered a room and somehow were able to walk around in it, and it had a white Nintendo Switch system and it had everything flushed out in it, but there was nothing on the outside of the room. And I was like, hold up, that's the same exact room that I just saw in this trailer just now. So that's one thing I noticed. Another thing I noticed is that it's developed by Game Freak completely, so take that how you will. I mean, we've all been complaining about Game Freak games like this entire time, and Pokemon Legends Arceus, if I'm not mistaken, was developed by someone other than Game Freak, another company that worked under them that ended up making this absolute banger of a game. I mean, I love Pokemon Legends Arceus. Most of us do. So I saw that it was developed by Game Freak, and I was like, we might have some issues here. I also noticed that the windmill fans or the blades in the game are far less than 30 frames per second as well. I'm not trying to nitpick here, but I'm just pointing out that if they can't even get some windmill blades in a trailer to run 30 frames per second, then we might be seeing frames per second or FPS problems throughout this game popping up. And another thing I wanted to say is that I'm not a huge fan of the starters, like, well, besides the cat, the grass type cat Pokemon. That one looks kind of cool, but the other ones, like, what the freak is that dinosaur? And then the character from Animal Crossing that washes up on the beach. That's literally what it looked like. What's his name? Like, what is it? I forgot his name. It's like, whatever. It's the character that washes up on the beach. If you ever played Animal Crossing, you know what I'm talking about. That duck, that water type duck, looks just like that character. Also, they only showed off one town, but I am looking forward to seeing more. I'm actually really hyped to find out that we're getting some new Pokemon games. This is the news that I needed to hear, honestly. I was still playing Legends Arceus. I've already beaten the game, but I'm still playing it just to get that 100%. And I love the game. Like, it's got great replayability, and it feels good shiny hunting and just exploring and running around in the world. But I'm just really excited because this is like a whole new Pokemon game, and I'm hoping that they're gonna add the Legends Arceus feel to the game and a lot of the features that we got in Legends Arceus into the game as well. Another thing I noticed is that berry trees will be returning. Pokemon centers won't strictly be in towns. It seems like they're going to have them outside, spread out in the world, where you're just like kind of running around. If we want to call it the wild area like they had called it before, we can go ahead and call it that. They have Pokemon centers out in the wild area. I'm hoping this game is truly going to be open world, and when I say that, I mean no loading screens, no nothing. You can just travel from one area to the next area without the game loading up. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys what I personally hope this game has, and I'm just gonna go, this is not no particular list or anything. This is kind of just off the top. So the first thing is that I hope that they keep the Pokemon Legends Arceus catching mechanics. I really do hope that they keep those mechanics. And I also hope they keep the Legends Arceus battle system. And when I say the battle system, I mean the ability to walk around out in the world and just throw a Pokemon out and boom, you're right there in a battle. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of looked like they might be doing that because at some point during the trailer, we see Lucario performing an attack which looks like it may be out in the open and not just in a normal typical battle scene where the camera is already set and whatnot. I also really hope that they keep the free roaming, the climbing, the swimming, and the flying aspects of Legends Arceus as well, because that adds a huge new twist to it. Like, you gotta have a flying amount in order to be able to catch some of those flying Pokemon, to be able to get high enough to throw Pokeballs at them and whatnot. And I think that that's really cool as well. I'd like to also see secret bases return. And I'm being serious. From Pearl, Diamond and Pearl, secret bases were a dope thing. It was a dope concept. Ruby and Sapphire, dope concept. Emerald, dope concept. I was always a fan of secret bases, so I hope to see that return in some way, shape, or form, because it would be dope. And another thing that's really important, I hope to see multiplayer. We must have multiplayer. Pokemon has always had multiplayer since the first Pokemon game that ever dropped. Red and Blue, or should we say green if you're in Japan. The first game ever had multiplayer. This has to have multiplayer too. Legends Arceus gets a pass because it was like a whole new formula and everything, but they had to have mastered that by now. Like, they had to have done something to make that able to work with the new system. That's what I hope to see. Also, speaking of multiplayer, I hope to see the held items be able to return. Because a lot of people online were really upset when they realized that Pokemon couldn't hold items. You didn't have some of your favorite items that you could hold or whatever, and Pokemon couldn't hold berries and all that. But now I'm hoping that they can. I'm really hoping they bring that back, because that aspect of things really added a deep twist to the game and a deeper layer to the game that most casual players probably wouldn't even be aware of. And it also added the urge to actually search around and buy items in the stores and all that, and collect as much money as you can, and do everything you can to find these items, so that way you could use them on your Pokemon. You know, it really made it pretty dope. Another thing I really hope is that they keep the move learning convenience of Pokemon Legends Arceus, because nothing beats being able to just pull up somewhere and you're like, dang, I ain't got the move to defeat this Pokemon. And then you're like, well, screw it. Open the pause menu and you teach your Pokemon that move right there without any consequence, without needing a TM, without needing to freaking go to the move deleter or the move learner, whatever. Without any of that, you just can just right away just go ahead and do it. I also really hope to see Pokemon able to follow you once again. I mean, the Pokemon know how to freaking walk. They already got the animations for these niggas to be able to walk around, so they might as well go ahead and throw the following mechanics back in there and let them follow behind you. Have your favorite Pokemon just come out and just chill with you. You feel me? Like, that's what I really hope to see. Another thing that I really hope to see is caves and dungeons. Pokemon Legends Arceus really kind of lacked in the caves and dungeons and puzzle aspect of things. Like, I really was looking forward to being able to go through some sort of puzzles, dungeons, and maybe running into random trainers inside of these caves and shit like that, and then ended up battling them and have to be like, damn, I need to hurry up and push through all this so I can go back to camp and heal or something like that. But there was not much of that at all, if any, for real. So I'm hoping to see that will return as well. I hope the battle styles will return, such as the agility style, the strength style, etc. I really hope to see those return as well, because that added a new aspect to Pokemon that really made it more interesting. Me, as somebody who's played this game since I was like freaking 4 or 5 years old, you gotta see, like, obviously it's been the same formula over and over and over again. So to get that new little refresh to it and to be able to run around on the battlefield, pretty freaking dope, and I loved it. I really did. And the ability for your trainer himself or herself to actually be able to feint, that added a whole new element to the game. And I gotta say, most of us love it. Most of us love it. I have yet to see one person say, I hate the fact that I can feint as the trainer. I have not come across anybody that said that. Another thing that's really important to those of us that like really are collectors, that really like to hunt shinies and whatnot, is that I hope that shinies will still be visible in the overworld, because nothing beats the feeling of just flying by or running by on your mount, and then you just see a shiny Pokemon just chilling right there, and you hear the sound of it, or you hear the sound and you're looking around like, where is it? And then that heartbeat starts increasing, because you're like, yo, bruh, if I mess this up, it's over. I am not gonna get another chance with this Pokemon, unless of course you saved it and you exploited the save system and reloaded it and went back and blah blah blah, which is pretty cool that you could do as well, because it kind of adds like this new aspect of legendaries that are not legendaries, but they kind of are legendaries, if you know what I'm saying, to the game, where you have to keep trying it over and over until you can finally beat them. I really like that. Another thing is, I really like the Pokemon Legends Arceus Pokédex system. It makes capturing Pokemon, multiple different types of Pokemon, forms of Pokemon, male and female forms of Pokemon, as well as different sizes of Pokemon, super interesting. It really makes it so dope. It also added this whole new element of quests, getting quests from NPCs who want you to go find a specific size or a specific form or a completed Pokédex entry for this specific Pokemon, and then you get rewarded in return. I really like that as well, and I hope to see that return. Another thing that I really hope to see return is just the overall feel of Legends Arceus. It's like the freedom, the not really holding your hand, but kinda still leading you along in the story a bit. You still just go out and do what you do, and if you run across into somewhere you're not supposed to be, you find a Pokemon that is 10 times your level that's gonna beat your mother freaking head in, and you're gonna think twice about wanting to battle it. And the fear of having to run away from them like, ah, they're freaking chasing you. That is dope to me. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Hit the like button for me, guys. Show me some love on this video, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. I'm gonna get back to filming for Elden Ring. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet are coming out this year, 2022, at the end of the year, and I honestly can't wait to get a little bit more information. I'll see you guys in the next one.